Hello and welcome to this installment of ClefNotes. I'm Galen Wixon, President and CEO of the Lubbock Symphony, here with our special guest, Lee Schrader, the Youth Orchestra's manager of the Lubbock Symphony, and Julia Griffith, the manager of community education programs, also for the Lubbock Symphony. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Before we get started, just to let everybody know about a few upcoming events. On October 12th, the Lubbock Youth Orchestras will be presenting a free family concert at Buddy Holly Hall. That will start at
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock in the afternoon at Buddy Holly Hall, and that is a Sunday afternoon.
But we do have family activities starting at 2:30.
I'm so glad Lee is here to get these times straight for me.
Thank you.
So do show up at 2:30 p.m. and join us for some free family activities at Buddy Holly Hall in the lobby, followed by the concert with the youth orchestras at 4 p.m. Also on October 31st, the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra presents Jurassic Park, the full live film in concert with the Lubbock Symphony performing the score. You won't want to miss this. It's really going to be a fantastic way to spend Halloween. So join us at 7:30 p.m. on October 31st. And on November 6th, the Lubbock Symphony is proud to present our first masterworks of the 25-26 season. Repertoire for that concert will include the Rachmaninoff Second Piano Concerto and the Tchaikovsky Symphony No. 1, The Little Russian. So we're very excited to have this as well. David Cho will be conducting that concert. Lee and Julia, welcome. We, in the last few months, we've done a little bit of redesigning of the education department over at the Lubbock Symphony. So we split the program in two a little bit because the job is sort of overwhelming. And maybe at this point you can agree that for one person to do both jobs would be pretty
That's
overwhelming.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot, yes.
So we split the job into two. Lee, tell us a little bit about the youth orchestras and that program and how it's running right now.
So we have 3 orchestras and a wind ensemble. We have kind of our beginner orchestra, our prelude orchestra. These are students that have played for about 1 to 3 years. We have our middle orchestra, which is the Philharmonic Orchestra. They've been playing anywhere from 2 to 4 years. And then we have our symphony orchestra, which is mostly high school kids. And they have been playing for 4 to 5 plus years. And then, of course, our wind ensemble. We started that a couple of years ago to kind of give our symphony and Philharmonic winds an extra little challenging piece to do for the concert, so they weren't just quite such a background for the strings. Right now we have 120 students,
Okay.
and hopefully we'll grow a little more next year and,
Sure.
and keep going.
Yeah.
So,
So what is the process of joining the youth orchestras? How does a child get into the youth orchestra program?
So as long as they have been playing for about a year and they can read music, we hold our auditions in the late May through early July. And we have an in-person audition. We have yet to turn anyone down as long as they can read music. It just kind of depends on where you go, which orchestra you go
Right.
into. And so they come and they audition in person, and then we split them into their various orchestras, and then we start rehearsing in August.
What is the goal of a youth orchestra student? Are we trying to create professional musicians here?
No, but it definitely does help if you're going into a musical field
Sure,
to
sure.
have had that experience.
Yeah.
No, it's to create a sense of camaraderie. It is to be a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
And it's something I think that most of them very much enjoy
Yeah.
being a part of. We have so many students that come back year after year.
Right, and this is sort of a supplement to their school program,
Absolutely,
and,
yes.
and so it's really it's the best of the best coming
Yeah.
and joining together and playing
Absolutely.
for the
And
youth
we also
orchestra.
have quite a few students that come from schools that don't have orchestras.
Are there? So who's involved in teaching these kids?
They're all LASD student or teachers right now.
Uh-huh.
They're all music teachers for LASD. We have 4 directors. We have Miss Natalie Schwinn. She is the director for the orchestra at McKinsey. We have Dr. Josh Allen, who is the orchestra director for Talkington. We have Miss Andrea Martinez, who is the band director for Hutch. She is our wind ensemble director. And
Right.
then Mr. Aleo Sanaya, who is the orchestra director for Lubbock High, who
Yeah.
directs our symphony
And
group.
everybody knows Alejos.
Everybody knows
If you
Alejos.
don't, if you know
Yes.
Alejos, if you don't know Alejos, you can tell him by the hair and
Yes.
the fact that he sits in the cello section. So yeah, Alejos is fantastic. We all
Yes.
love him very much. What are the goals? What are we looking forward to?
It is a better appreciation of music.
Yeah.
Right now, our symphony is getting ready to play Swan Lake,
Neat.
which is something that even professional orchestras practice and practice for. And
Yeah.
so, and it is not an adapted piece. It is the full 5-movement suite of the Opus 20A that they're doing, as well as the finale for the ballet. And it is gorgeous. And I'm listening to them every week, and they are fabulous.
Lee, what about your background? How did you come to love music and become eventually part of the Lubbock Youth Orchestras?
So I started playing when I was in 6th grade. I played the viola. I play many instruments, but viola is my main instrument. I joined the Lubbock Youth Symphony Orchestra when I was in high school. I think I was in
Neat.
10th grade.
That's great.
So yes, I started in this program back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Then I was the parent of a youth orchestra member, and then I was a volunteer, and now I'm a manager.
How about that? Yeah. Be careful what you wish for, Lee.
Exactly.
That's really fun. Well, it's great to have you, and I think
Thank
you've
you.
done a tremendous work, and we're looking forward to hearing that first concert on October
Very
12th.
excited about the new concert. Yes.
Julia Griffith, you have the pleasure of managing the Lubbock Symphony's community education programs, which, can you explain a few of those components that make up what the Lubbock Symphony does in terms of community education?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a couple different programs, some that go into schools and some where we bring schools to us. So the first big thing is on October 23rd, we have an elementary education concert in which we're going to bring elementary schoolers to Buddy Holly Hall to see LSO play Carnival of the Animals.
And this year we have a beautifully redesigned guidebook. We've always produced a guidebook for those education concerts. What's different this year?
Yeah, so in the past it was printed and they were beautiful physical copies. But this year we decided to go all digital so that we can just send out links and anybody can have it really. And that way it's really easily accessible. It's pretty straightforward. You basically press play and go through it, although we do include a teacher's guide that we're working on. So that's pretty exciting.
And there's some interactive components, clicking things happen.
Interactive things. So there are even some like little breakaways for different subjects, so you can watch a video that covers different science things, or do a math problem, or read something for RLA. So it's designed for elementary school classrooms.
Perfectly segues into another component that we have, and that is the teaching artist program that goes out into the schools. I love this program.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So we're partnered with Young Audiences based in New York, and we're affiliate of theirs, so Young Audiences of Lubbock. And our program, we have 5 teaching artists, each of which go into 2nd grade classrooms, and they do half-hour lessons using music to supplement existing curriculum. And our lead teaching artist, Sarah Yancey, is doing a 5-year study, we're in year 4, I believe, that shows that the schools who are involved in this program are outperforming those who are not. So the students who get to be part of it have higher retention and higher test scores and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so for us in the arts and in music, we've been sort of teasing this idea for years and years and years and years, for decades. The arts are great for your brain, they improve test scores, but it's all been anecdotal. It's all been kind of servicey and unproven. But now we have the data. I mean, for the last 4 years, we've been gathering data. We have 1 more year to go. After this, I think we're going to have something really important to show on Lubbock,
absolutely.
and even something nationally to show that this is really actually moving the needle on test scores and retention and performance in the classroom. This is thrilling to me.
Definitely.
We proposed this to Lubbock Independent School Districts, I don't know, 5, like you said, about 4 or 5 years ago, and they jumped at the chance. So we said we developed the data points that we were trying to collect. It's many, dozens of data points that we're really analyzing the intake of test scores from the different kids, and then comparing them to the kids that received our teaching artist exposure. It's not off the charts for anything. It looks a little subtle, but it's real.
But it's
and
there,
It's
yeah.
real. So that's really exciting for me.
Yeah,
Anyway, I
absolutely.
digress. I digress. It's one of my favorite things to talk about. What else are you all doing?
Yeah, so we also have a chamber group outreach program
Right.
in which, so we have a brass quintet, a woodwind quintet, a string quartet, and then art beat duo, which is Mark Morton and Grace Moran. They play, and each of these groups, we send them into either schools or assisted living facilities. I know we're going into Covenant Children's Hospital.
High Point Village is one recipient?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's another one.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and in those programs, they go in and do a half-hour presentation where they play, and everyone takes turns introducing themselves and explaining how their instruments work. So it's really great, especially for those students who are about ready to pick out an instrument if
Yeah.
they're looking forward to playing, and then that way they can hear a bunch of different ones and figure out what they like.
Yeah, that's so much fun. And we all remember those days when sitting in the classroom and having that weird demonstration coming in. What is that they're holding? And then you hear the squeaky violin and clarinet and oboe, and then they say, which one do you want to play? And I don't know. And then you go to your parents and ask them, and they don't know. So it's an interesting process, though, right? We ended up with the instrument we were supposed to play somehow or other.
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah. You are just out of your master's program?
Yeah, correct.
At
Yeah.
Tech? What was your master's in?
So I graduated in August from Tech with a master's in music theory and flute performance. Yeah, it was a great experience.
Right. What have you done before that in your undergrad?
Yeah, so I I went to undergrad just outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at
Okay.
a school called Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
IUP.
IUP, exactly. So I went for music education and flute performance there as well. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, it's good to have you here in Lubbock.
Thanks.
And,
Yeah, good to be
Lee,
here.
I forgot to ask you. Did you go to school at Tech?
I didn't go to Tech. I went to Concordia in Austin.
Oh,
and
nice.
I was a physics and biology major with a church music minor.
Oh, of course, you're running a youth orchestra. Obviously, that's the career goal for that degree.
Goal for a physicist. Yes.
That's right. All right. Well, what else do we have to look forward to? We have another concert coming in January. No,
in
sorry.
March.
March.
March 1st will be our spring concert. We don't have the music picked for that yet. I
Okay.
do let my directors pick their own music. We do have some fun music, though, picked for this fall concert, and there's a fun finale that we're all going to do together this year, which will be a first for this group.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, I mean, and I'm very looking forward to what the directors are going to pick for the spring.
Yeah, right. And then for the education programs, more concerts coming up, more activities?
Yeah, so in January we have a high school or a teenager education outreach concert. So that's January 22nd, and that's going to be a
Right.
Spanish theme.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And the guest artist, a violinist, Shi Yun, will be
Yeah,
there
that's
with
right.
us that week, and she'll
Yep.
be performing with the group.
Yeah.
Do you have enrollment goals or ensemble goals for the youth
absolutely.
orchestras, Lee?
My goal for next year is 150.
150
I mean,
students,
if I can
okay.
grow us by approximately 10% or more every year,
Yeah.
that would be fantastic.
How do folks find out more about your programs? I'll ask one of you at a time. How would they get hold of you?
So for us, definitely, if they'll go on to the Lubbock Youth Orchestras with an S .org, or you can email me at lyoorchestramanager@lubbocksymphony.org.
So let me say that one more time. Lubbock Youth Orchestras
with an S
.org.
Yes.
And
And then my email address is lyoorchestramanager@lubbocksymphony.org.
that's a lot, but
It is.
you will find us.
That's a lot, but I am always willing to talk to anybody who wants to come and talk to me about the orchestra.
Great. And Julia, how do we reach you for education outreach information?
Yeah, people can go on to the LSO website under the education tab and find some information. You can also contact me, Julia Griffith, at education@lubbocksymphony.org.
So it's education@lubbocksymphony.org.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And once again, to learn about any of our programs, go to lubbocksymphony.org or call us, 806-762-1688. We'd love to hear from you. Any questions about the education programs, concerts coming up, we'd love to hear from you about any of this activity that we have going on at the Lubbock Symphony. Thank you for listening today. Thank you, Julia and Lee, for your time and joining me today on ClefNotes, and have a wonderful day.